Hey Blades fans, welcome back to Hertz Arena for the second round of the 2024 Kelly Cup playoffs after a thrilling Game 7 victory in the first round over the Jacksonville Icemen. Will Henshaw alongside Jake Maurice. And Jake, 3-1 down to the Jacksonville Icemen. Did not matter for these Everblades. 3 consecutive wins, including 2 in enemy territory up in Duval County. A thrilling finish to get that series win, and now up against a very familiar foe, the Orlando Solar Bears.
Yeah, just moving a little bit south in the state for the next opponent. But those 3 games to get back and then eventually win the series were super impressive, outscoring Jacksonville 11-2 through the final 3 games. And as you mentioned, in a hostile building, a building where Florida didn't get a single win in the regular season, Florida won 3 of 4 games in Jacksonville in that first round series, including games 6 and 7. To take this series in front of what was a very silent crowd, expecting the exact opposite here tonight.
It was a wild finish. That was only the 5th Game 7 in Everblades history, only the 2nd time Florida has won a Game 7. The only other time they've done it, Jake, the 2017 playoffs first round against these Orlando Solar Bears, also coming back from 3-1 down, so history repeating itself a bit.
Yeah, and there actually is an Orlando Solar Bears player who was on that team back then, Derek Angeli. So it's former Everblade Derek Angeli. So there is a little bit of history, but for the most part, this is a different Solar Bears crew. This is a Solar Bears team that hasn't been in the playoffs since 2019, won their first series since 2019, defeating the Greenville Swamp Rapids in 6 games, and they're looking to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in their franchise history. It's a very motivated group, a group that has over the past month and a half been playing their best hockey of the season, and it's another tough test. Not a lot of turnaround for Florida, going from a do-or-die Game 7 right up to bat against the next foe here tonight.
Yeah, no time to dwell on that Game 1, or that's Round 1 victory, I should say. Victory on Wednesday, play again on Friday. So almost feels like the regular season, Jake. But you mentioned it. This is a very dangerous Orlando Solar Bears team. Finished the regular season winning 4 of their last 5 games. Then got teed up against the #1 team in the South Division, the Greenville Swamp Rapids, and beat them in 6 games.
Yeah, and it wasn't easy games. They took 3 of their 4 wins in overtime, dominated in that Game 6 with a 5-1 win to seal out the series on the road. This Orlando group is battle-tested. They have a lot of belief in each other and their coaching staff. Their goaltender, Evan Fitzpatrick, is playing lights out right now. Everything you need to go on a deep playoff run, Orlando has it to match Florida. So this is going to be another strong, fun series to watch.
Yeah, Orlando has known that they will be playing in the South Division Finals for quite some time. So the Solar Bears getting a little bit of rest, not a whole lot. They won their series on Tuesday night. But the Blades, again, another quick transition. You do have home ice, as the top 2 seeds in the South Division were knocked off in the opening round in Greenville and Jacksonville. So now the opportunity to host games 1 and 2, and then 6 and 7 if necessary.
Yeah, which is a huge boon. It's not something Florida necessarily expected, but you're absolutely going to take it, right? You get to come back home. If Florida had won in Jacksonville and then had to go on the road to Greenville, they wouldn't have even had the chance to get back into their own bed. Instead, you're back at home. You're going to have your fans, your family, everything great about being down here. You've got it around for, as you said, the first 2 games to start off the right way, and then potentially, if Florida does have to go to another Game 7, you get that here at Hertz Arena.
Yeah, Jake, Game 7's always exciting, and it was a very impressive showing by this veterans core on the Everblades. Cam Johnson, among those, putting up probably his best showing of the playoffs so far, a shutout to cap off the series and take that Game 7 win.
Yeah, he pitches the shutout, including making a number of big saves, but it wasn't just that Game 7, obviously. He was excellent in Game 5 and Game 6, letting in only 1 goal in each of those, and then letting in 0 in the win on Wednesday. And then also you had Sean Jocelyn coming through with a big goal. He was the Blades leader in points last year in the postseason, having a big Game 7. Logan Lambs in a pair of assists. Joe Pendenza had a pair of helpers. It was the returning guys, the guys who you expect to lead you. They were the guys getting it done in Game 7 offensively for Florida.
Going to need the vets again for this round 2 matchup against the Solar Bears. So, Jake, Game 1 tonight at 7:30. I think it's about time we get into the Griffith group of Downing Fry Realty. 3 keys to the game.
Well, you want to stick to your game, right? Even though you're playing a different opponent who's going to have different tendencies than Jacksonville, Florida's game plan the last 3 games has been working. You want to keep that going, right? Don't adjust what works around your opponent. Special teams going to be huge. Florida did not get a single power play goal in the opening round, managing to make it work despite going 0 for 15 with the man advantage in that first round series. Orlando, they were tied with Florida for the best ranked PK in the regular season, and they've had penalty kill success in the first round against Greenville. So Florida looking to get their power play going a little bit against Orlando in this opening round series. And finally, you talked about it, right? Florida has home ice advantage. You need to use that. Jacksonville didn't, and it was a key momentum swing in the series, right? Florida taking that game 2 to even up the series at 1, and then, of course, game 6 and 7, Florida completely shut out Jacksonville's home ice advantage. The way they did that was getting the first goal and not allowing Jacksonville to build momentum off things like power plays or big hits. You know Orlando's going to be looking to do that to you. You know how you made it work. Now you've got to be on the other side of it and counteract it in front of your home crowd.
The march to the three-peat continues into the second round of the 2024 Kelly Cup playoffs. Fans, be sure to wear gray for all home games in this second round. Puck drop between the Everblades and the Orlando Solar Bears set for 7:30 tonight. We'll see you there.